Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. So in this episode we're going to cover the various items that you can collect from the Sacred Hunt event, the current limited time event that's happening in Age of War Chapter 4 as of filming. So there's lots of things you can buy from the vendor at the main hub using the Gnarled Fangs that you collect, but there's one other item that you can get that is a bit more complicated to get, and that is the Werebear as a pet. So the Grand Champion boss that you'll fight as part of the Sacred Hunt, you can get that as a pet. That starts by speaking to someone in your tavern. So before you can do this, you're going to have to build a tavern and get yourself a barkeep from a purge. Once you have that, a new visitor will appear in your tavern. And if I get up, there we go, this guy standing or sitting here, Zil the Wanderer, is the guy we need to speak to. So you can speak to him. He'll go on quite a bit about various things, but he'll give you a clue that there is a fourth champion who's actually Jebelsag's first champion, is held in a secret location, and you can use an item from him to cleanse the corruption of the werebear so you can turn it into your own pet. So I'm not going to go through all the talking because it goes on for quite a while, but we also learn lure corruption, which will allow us to make the special lure that we need. So he'll give you the little clues in his discussion, but also if we go into the battle pass, there is this graphic in the background that if you cycle through the pages might give you another clue of where the location is. So there's the cave there. This is Almariah. This is the building of Almariah when the Stygians came in, and they're building the fortress, and there's the stairs up to the main castle. But there's this cave here, and that's where we're going to go to. So I'm going to... Where did Delincia go? She's still sitting down. I'm going to grab Delincia. Follow me, and we're going to head over to that location, and I'll meet you over there. Okay, so here we are. We're in the secret cave, and if I just pop outside the door there, you can see that's the main entrance to the Almariah raid. There is the stairs up to the main bit, but there's now a door in this... Oh. Let me just take these guys out. Yeah. Come on. Let me in. Constant spawning of people, of course.
By the old serpent, invaders!
Right, there we go. So yeah, there's a door here that we have to take out, and then this leads us down into the dark cave. There we go. Already been fighting some people in here already. Right, we'll have to get our gear off again. Let me see how much stuff I can hold, and I'll get my gear off, and then we can come over and we can place our lure down on this altar. Here it comes. We've still got our war paint on from before. Right, let's get fighting. So this is a were hyena. Scrack Gorgrin. So less health than the other was. It's only 844,000 health, as opposed to the 1 million. Right, there we go. And then when he goes down, you get the normal fangs, but you also get ancient blood. This is the important thing that we need. So we take that, and now we need to go back to the hub. Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, we're back at the hub again with our ingredients. So if we come back up to the altar, now that we've learned the second recipe off of Zil, we can not only craft the Grand Champion lure as normal, with the lure and the various brands of the creatures, we can now make the Malodrius Grand Champion lure. I think that's what it's called. So that requires another Grand Champion's lure, so we've went and got one of them. And it needs the Ancient Blood, which we've got. So we can now craft that. So the Malodrius Grand Champion's lure, but when we look at that, it has a expiry timer of 24 hours on it. So there's nothing we can do, as normally when you get things that need to, like eggs and stuff like that, you could put them in the compost bin and bring the 24-hour timer down to 1 hour 10 minutes. But as yet, we are not aware of anything that can do that. So you've actually got to wait 24 hours for that to come down. So we'll wait for that, and I'll bring you back when it's ready. Okay, so after 24 hours have passed, your Malodrius Grandmaster lure will now have turned it into the Tainted Grand Champion lure, sorry. Keep saying master. So there we go. Doesn't quite fit in there, but that's the one we need. So now we need to head back into that special dungeon, so we'll need another potion off of this guy. Trade. And use. Right. Here we are. Right. Is Delincia going to come into us this time? When we came in before, she appeared halfway through the fight and had very little in the way of... Here she is, of health. So how is you? Can you move over there, please? What? I'm picking up a lot of mushrooms. Go here. There she goes. Okay, she's got full health. Right, let's get prepared. We'll take off her gear. Take off my gear. And then we need to put the lure down on here. There we go. The trap is set. My affected champion cannot resist. So there he is, except this time he's got 2.9 million health. So. Come on. It'll take a bit longer to fight him down. Ooh. Down to 55%. Oh. I love that ghost move thing that he does. Bring in Jebel Sag. Come on, down you go. Get in there. There we go. Okay, is that him finished? Right, so when we look at him this time we get a bunch of fangs again, but we've now got a corrupted savage horn. And that corrupted savage horn also has a 24-hour timer. So we're going to have to look after him again. Alright, let's Harvest, get another tablet of power, some more shade bloom. Over encumbered. Let me see. Oh, so we've got a load of stuff that we can throw away. Throw that away, throw the bones away, throw that away, throw that away, throw that away. Okay, right. We're going to get dressed and then we're going to head back home again and wait 24 hours for this to sort itself out. Okay, see you soon. Right, so another 24 hours has passed and the corrupted horn has turned into Ghura the Hunter. So we can place that on our bar, press 5, and there we have our very own werebear, Ghura the Hunter. So starts 2,557 HP, just not that bad for a pet. Let's check its stats. Okay, so this one's got 100% growth chance in strength. It's got 40% in agility, 58% in vitality, and 40% in grit, so they're random. But it starts with 10 strength, 2 vitality, and 2 grit. So I guess you can... Oh, it doesn't have any diet. That's interesting. Let me see. Oh no, it does. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong screen. So, feral flesh for HP, abyssal flesh for strength, but it's already got a 100% chance for that. So yeah, we'll probably stick with the feral flesh for now to get its HP up a bit. It's got the same abilities as what the human followers have. But there it is. That is the Ghura, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ghura the Hunter, which is your own little pet that you can get from the hunt. Right, so the other items you can get from the hunt are all purchased from the trader guy at the hub. So we need to get to the hub and we need to buy all those items. I'm not going to be able to buy them all at the moment, but we can spawn them in with admin command, so I can let you see them all so you can decide which ones you're actually going to go for. So I'll buy them, I'll get them set up, and then I'll bring you back and we'll go through them all. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, here we are, and the first item we're going to discuss is this cloak that we're wearing. This is known as the Bestial Regalia, and this is kind of the high ticket item of all the items, because this costs 1,000 fangs. That's a lot of fangs. So, as you can see, it's got a little skull emblem on the clasp, and it's patched together leather with a fur lining around the hood. But pretty cool. I've matched it up with the dragon hide hood gear, because that is what Zill the Wanderer is wearing as well. So it matches up really well. Stitched together skin pieces. But yeah, that is it. Again, it comes in a epic and a normal version. The epic gives you, so it's got here agility weapon damage plus 6% twice, but I believe that's only once. It's light armor of 56. The basic one doesn't have any weapons bonus and it's got an armor of 22. But that's the Bestial Regalia, so very nice. The next item you can get, Feral Claws. So a fist weapon, claw weapon, again also available in both an epic version with 32 damage, 8 armor pen, or the normal version, 11 damage, 8 armor pen. But really cool looking claws, bone claws. Let's just head over here. There's the normal claw animations. There we go. Very nice. Feral claws. Next one. Skull hammer. Again, big stone hammer with a skull on it. Boom. Again, same again, comes in an epic version. It does sunder, 46 damage, 40 armor pen, and a basic version which is 16 damage and 40 armor pen. Very cool. If you're into hammers, maybe you want to use that as a transmog item. Okay, that's the kind of wearables or usables. Next we'll move on to the placeables. So, round the corner here, I'll try and keep my head down so I don't show you everything. Here is the first item. This is the Throne of Jebel Sag. And again, it is just a throne, but with the skull and the horns. Interactable, so you can sit in it. Pretty cool. And you can see on the sign on the wall there, that cost 300 feral claws to learn the recipe for that one. Feral fangs, sorry. Gnarled Fangs, that's what they're called. There we go. The weapons, both the claws and the hammer, both cost 500 fangs each. So, again, quite expensive. Third item, second placeable, we have the Basin of Jebel Sag. So this is actually like a thrall pot, a feeding bowl. So you can place food in here. It'll act as a basic refrigerator early game to increase and it's supposed to feed your thralls, but that seems to be a little bit iffy at the moment, whether it does or not. As you can see on the wall, it's 200 gnarled fangs for that recipe. Next item is this huge beast here, and this is the statue of Jebel Sag. So it doesn't do anything, but it is a pretty cool placeable. If we look around the back, it's kind of got hair that falls down the back as well, with the big skulls and stuff on the top and bones hanging out of it. All pretty cool. And as you can see from the sign, that's only 100 gnarled fangs to make the statue of Jebel Sag, or to learn the recipe, that you can then make them after that. Okay, next one is another huge one. A Lemurian brazier. So look at the size of that. So it's very much out of the Lemurian style that you see over in the jungle, with the kind of mossy green covered stone, but it is massive. I believe this is the biggest brazier in the game, so if you've got a big base, you need a big brazier to put in it. There's your option there. And it is... where did I put the sign? Maybe I didn't put the sign. Oh, it's around here, sorry. It's 150 for this one. You learn the recipe. It's not to make it, it's to learn the recipe, and then you can make them with your construction hammer. Okay, then we'll move over to what's over here on the ground. So if we interact with these spike traps, just like in the dungeons, they go into the ground, and then you walk over it, boom, spiked. You have to hit E to reset it. There we go, it goes in stages, but just a little tip sticking out the ground, just like the ones that we see in the dungeons. But yeah, 250 gnarled fangs to learn the recipe for spike traps. Pretty cool. Next one, maybe not quite so much. I spoke a bit in the last episode about the bioluminescent red and green mushrooms. Here they are. Red and green. A little bit smaller than I expected. They are 50 fangs each to learn the recipe for it. And then I think it's a little bit of wood and a little bit of plant fibre to make each one. But yeah, a little bit smaller than I expected them to be. So you're going to need quite a lot of them to make any effect at all. Yeah, 50 fangs. 50 fangs for the green one, 50 fangs for the red one. Next we have the wall decals. So it's a little bit difficult to see them on that wall in this light, but we've got the mammoth here, we've got the rhino here, we've got the panther, and we've got the were hyena. And each one of them is 20 fangs to learn the recipe. But yeah, it's a kind of browny paint colour as opposed to the white paint colour that we kind of become used to. But there's the 4 creatures that are involved in the champions. And yep, they're 20 fangs each. Next, we have a clan emblem. So you can see there, so the knotwork is it's an existing one, but the Jebel Sag logo, the sort of front, you always have a forefront and a background image on your clan emblems, so the red Jebel Sag forefront emblem is what we've got here. So to learn that, it's 200 fangs, and you get that that typical Jebel Sag emblem that you see throughout various locations. Right, one more thing to go, and that is this guy, Hunter of Jebel Sag. So your own pet were hyena, complete with scars and the brand marked into him. See this guy all around the entrance to the Midnight Grove dungeon and the new hub. There's a few of these guys, but yep, a pet guy. He costs 250 Gnarled Fangs in order to learn this guy, and that's each. You're not learning a recipe, you're actually getting this pet for 250. So if you want more than one, you're going to have to spend multiple 250s. I think all the other items are a recipe, and you learn the recipe, you can craft as many you want from them, but this guy you're going to have to actually spend 250 for every one. He starts off with 1,395, so not quite as good as your were-bear. Let's look at his stats. So he's got 0 in strength, 0 in agility, 0 in vitality, and 0 in grit. And then you've got the random growth factors of in each one. So this guy's going to increase his strength pretty well at 93, but he's going to have to get a bit of help to get his vitality up. And he eats the same foods as the other guy. But yeah, there we go. There is the Hunter of Jebel Sag and the various placeables that you can buy from the Savage Hunt. Now the Savage Hunt is a limited time event, so once the event is over, and I suspect that'll be at the end of this chapter 4, so when the next age comes along, the vendor will probably disappear, so therefore you won't be able to buy any of these things anymore. So if you want to do the grinding and get them all, I worked out that if you were to do the 3 normal champions and then the Grand Champion, all 4 of them, you end up with roughly around 60 fangs for doing those 4 champions by the time you've bought the lures and stuff like that from them as well. So, in my calculations, to get all of these items, to get one of all of these items, you're going to have to do all 4 of those champions 69 times to get enough fangs to buy all of these things. That's a lot of repeating, so I think these are all just a bit on the expensive side. I mean, this bestial regalia for 1,000 is just crazy. That's a lot. When you're going to have to do all 4 of those champions 17 times alone just to get this one cloak. Oh, I hear incoming. Get out of it. So yeah, and then you've got the 2 weapons that are 500 each, and then the other stuff is more reasonably priced. You haven't got to do quite so much grinding to get them. But yeah, 69 runs of all 4 champions just to get these various items. I'm not including that champion at Almariah because he's so much hassle to get into there that it's not really worth your time doing that. You may as well go and fight the other champions. But yeah, that is the various rewards from the Sacred Hunt event in its entirety. Okay, that'll do for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.